Manchester City were the mercenaries, the small club with a small mentality, just another shooting star which would leave no real impression on the football galaxy. They were nouveau riche upstarts whose oil money could not buy them a place at the top table of entitled clubs. Even long-suffering Blues were not entirely convinced that the 2008 takeover would end well. They sang, with typical gallows humour, that they were going down with $1 billion in the bank. Even when the money started to flow in, and the investment was in the entire infrastructure of the club, and not just the window dressing of buying big-name players, the sneering cynicism remained. Cheap snipers could usually be found sporting the red of Manchester United, Arsenal or Liverpool, whose self-entitled reign as the aristocrats of English football had already been challenged by Chelsea's newfound wealth. Sir Alex Ferguson dismissed City as a small club with a small mentality and as noisy neighbours, his contempt almost tangible. The implication was clear: the Blues were a momentary irritant, a passing phenomenon that would fade as fast as they arrived. After all, the only thing they had to offer was hard cash. Why else would any half-decent footballer want to play for a club with no history, no glory? Those aristocrats were confident in the belief that they would continue to attract the big names and that City could never build a true dynasty based on the unsteady foundations of cash alone. Events of the last 10 years have proved them hopelessly wrong, and the durability of the City squad has shown that. Liverpool, for all their arrogant belief that this means more, possibly the most self-regarding motto in football history, have struggled to hold on to their star players. A timely glance back at them, and City going head-to-head for the title 5 years ago, reveals that their three biggest players in the 3-2 win which almost won them the title have all moved on to pastures new. Luis Suarez, Philippe Coutinho and Raheem Sterling have all opted to leave Moorish Liverpool, not for more money, but for titles and career improvement. Before them, it was Javier, Mascherano and Fernando Torres. For all of their history and grandeur, Liverpool have struggled to hold on to players in the last decade. Arsenal's exit door has barely stopped swinging, with player after player walking out, half of them to join City. United have fared better, and the departure of Angel Di Maria was perhaps more about mismanagement. But they are already facing a fight to keep Paul Pogba out of the grasp of Real Madrid, who also came within a fax machine malfunction of relieving the Reds of David De Gea a few years back. By contrast, City successfully made the mercenary jibe and other assorted sneers into a unifying force. They have built squads around a camaraderie which thumbs its nose at such notions. Vincent Kompany joined before the takeover, but has never been truly tempted to leave, while Sergio Aguero and David Silva are both within sight of testimonial years. Both of those players have repeatedly been liked with moves to Madrid or Barcelona, never with any foundation, and yet they have steadfastly stuck with City, even though they could make just as much hard cash from playing in La Liga. Indeed, so well have City built something, of which players want to be a part, that they have forced United and Liverpool to up their wage bills. Liverpool's rocketed by 26% last season, and they were forced to spend big on both fee and wages to keep Virgil van Dijk out of City's hands. Then Manchester's Reds stumped up the best part of a reported £500,000 a week to lure away Alexis Sanchez, with City close to a deal. It's no longer clear who the mercenaries are, and indeed, which clubs have a small mentality